Hello and welcome back to Let's Challenge Final Fantasy XIII. In the last episode, I should say, we rejoined Saz and Neil, did the first little section, and then we arrived here in this rather large circular room, and we are here taking out the various enemies that are around the rings. We've already done all of the battles around the outside of the first ring, and now we're going to try and do all of the ones around this second ring, and then we'll go right to the inside. So now, Thermodons with, I'm hoping that a Thermodon with a preemptive should be a very easy battle. So unfortunately we can't now use Smart Bomb to actually stagger because obviously Fang won't actually use anything. Get up there. No. So we'll see if this guy actually... Are you going to regenerate your carapace? Or are you eternally in trouble now? Looks good to say that they actually don't ever regenerate it, which is good news. Good news for later on. Essentially, we see Thermodons in the much tougher scenario where we're just fanging Vanille, and there they can be a bit of a messy enemy to see. So they're weak to water. And vulnerable to imperil, okay. Okay, so we should be able to finish this guy off. There we go, lovely. Nice and quick. So, if we head inside the ring, we see our first item is a nugget of rhodochrosite, which is essentially another upgrading material. Another material for upgrading that is particularly useful. It's particularly useful, you know, for like upgrading weapons and stuff like that. I think it's slightly more expensive than millerite, so it's you know, slightly more important in terms of it'll help upgrade more, you know, higher level materials and stuff like that. Items. Come on. Lovely. Good. So nice two easy battles to start off this episode. It's a fair way from the difficult facing three Vikings, which we're going to have to do. Yes, we actually want to stay in Smart Bomb as well, because these guys obviously use their mana drives to get a bunch of boosts, and we want to take away all of those boosts as fast as possible. Actually really easy to sack, right? We will go to Smart Bomb again just to increase the amount of damage, because we can get rid of the shell and the protect and all that sort of stuff. And continue to take that stagger going up really nice and high. Fang is low on health. We will want to go to diversity after this. That's fine, that's fine. Okay. Ow. Again, these Huntresses, you know, they're fast, you know, if you let them get the attacks off, but now that we have Dispel, they're really not too bad. Launch should hopefully... Yeah, we're doing so much damage. Hope is doing a lot of damage, actually, here. Really goes to show just how good an offensive ravager he can be. So there we go, we take out of those huntresses. So we've got another long one. Yeah, we do want bully. Barfire does help a lot here. Let's see, where can we go? Can we get Scourge? I don't think we can. We can, lovely. Can't reach raw level. Can't reach. And then we'll see what Fang can do. 1, 2, 3. We might as well get access to Renew, even if it's not actually that useful for us. Cool, okay. So, Vikings once more. Come on. Are you really blind? So we won't waste Quake here, essentially. Indeed, we actually will need our TP for the next section. Which you don't usually have to say, actually. But specifically in the next section, it will be very useful to have it. Okay, let's get launching. Okay, so we're going to do well over half damage, which is good. Man, 13,000 just in that hit. Lovely. So now we definitely need to stagger you, get you down as fast as possible. We will need to go to combat clinic. Shoot. Nice, okay, good. There are times when they're just needed. Might want to go to Bully as well, just to get bar fire on Fang as well, because that would really help her with these thermal discharges. So hopefully we'll be able to get stagger soon. I don't want you attacking me. So not only both of these guys I think have still aren't slowed. See if we can get slow on this guy. There we go, good. A refresh of Barfire is always welcome. Okay, so now what we need to do is Mystic Tower. I want to do Delta Attack just because I want to slow down this stagger as much as possible. We want to get as much out of it as possible. There we go, good. So, relentless assault. If we're in the air, he can't do much damage to us. Where's that? There we go. Smack! There we go. That's what the power of Fang there. Just completely destroyed that guy. Wonderful. Okay. So, now, let's get some up. Nice turn of relentless assault in. Before we go to the bully. Get some slow. I think this has definitely been the most successful of the three. I think having relentless assault has actually helped here. Two, three, let's go. Lovely. If anything, just to get another couple of turns of Fang as Con. Let's see how much damage that Fang does with this one attack. Oh, you missed! You're kidding that she missed. That's so annoying. That is so annoying that she missed that Scourge, because I reckon it probably would have taken this guy out. How much health does he have? 20? Oh, maybe 20. Maybe not, with 22. Probably would have done maybe 14,000. Would have made this a lot simpler. I mean, again, it's just a matter of like using Mystic Tower till stagger, and then I think we should be simple enough. Simple enough. Just get him in the air and hit him hard. Lovely. There we go. Thank goodness. So that's that one down. Another long battle. But that time we got 3 stars, so that time, you know, that time we nailed it. So this looks like a very little simple battle. A very simple little battle, I should say. Okay, it's just a group of Inquisitors. Lovely. That'll be enough. Not quite. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Another nice short one. So, must be nearly done here. Got another item. A perfect conductor. And then we've got a Viking and a Huntress, I believe. Is this final battle, hopefully? We can't really afford not to take this chance to get good damage on the Viking. Probably should have, I could have quaked there, but it would work out okay. Good. I'm gonna wish I'd taken out the Huntress now, I bet, but anyway. No time for another. Okay, so you're gonna start doing your flaming thingy. Yeah. So I'm hopefully going to be able to stagger him using a mixture of diversity and then we'll just go back to relentless assault, and then I think we should be good. Yeah, there we go, good, lovely. Lovely, okay, good. Lovely, and now just you. Again, should be a pretty simple stagger, and then once staggered, shouldn't be at all an issue. There we go. Lovely. Really nice, really nice. Okay, so that is that. That is this run done, I believe. Got the 2 items from the middle, there's nothing around. And the 2 items from each of the extreme outsides, and now all we need to do is head over through the green door and trigger the next little cutscene. And the next swap of teams.
Flexibility. Code white.
How is that? What's going on?
Okay, so here we are, Saz and Vanille, and a group of slightly more, I would say slightly more fun battles we'll have here. They'll certainly be faster at least. So we have enough to get another SCOM. Just Saz obviously isn't the best commando, but it's just very helpful to have him as a commando. Thera, Spark, Strike, Renew. Okay, so they're all rather useful. And Models and Synergists. Nothing else, just raw level. Okay. Then with Vanille, we have Blizzara. That's what we were aiming for. So yeah, so we're just going to use some of, use all this experience that we've got. We could get a Sab roll level. We could get a Med roll level. No, we can't. Could almost get a Sab roll level. I think it's the... Yeah, it's 2,000, okay. So we need 800 more CP to get to that. So we've got more Flanators and Flamborgs here, so Vanille's not targeting the same enemy as me. That's really annoying. Okay. I think it might be because these enemies are like specified as being weak to a certain thing, and if you're weak to a certain thing, then the game sort of computer thinks that that's actually going to hurt a lot. Go on. It'll be okay. Go away. I believe adding Faith does actually also improve Vanille's healing spells, so it's all good, really. Ow, that's going to hurt, but once we get that on... Okay, so... Lovely. Land that D-shot, there we go. Beautiful, Vanille. And then should be, yeah, there. Lovely. Okay, so that is that. We have a couple of those battles, I think. The majority of these are just like, Flanator and Flamborg battles. Although you'll see that there is one battle in the middle in particular, which is... very, very scary. And indeed, I think I would say it's probably the first battle in the game that actually it's pretty much enforced that you have to summon to survive that battle. Unless you get ridiculously lucky. So, let's do that. To be honest, these Flamborg are pretty, they are kind of worrying. If both of them did Pacifying Shock, then, that would hurt a lot. And there's nothing much we can actually do to defend against that, but... Lovely. Are you... I wonder why I just... Oh, because I've got Bravery, that's why I'm using attack. Lovely. You can see, and water does a huge amount for these enemies in particular. Just a couple of Flamborg taken care of. Get 8 segmented Carapace. So we've got ourselves a Thermodon here, which is a rather interesting battle for this team. Ooh, what do we want to do here? You know what? I think that's going to actually be more useful. So you are weak to nothing at the moment. I believe it becomes weak to water once we stagger, but...
Follow the old man's lead.
So we get that Imperil on, lovely. So Photon Burst is going to do a lot. You're just going to have to accept that. As long as you don't have the too much health taken off before it, then you should be okay. So we should get Stagger here. And then we'll go to Archmage and get, I think, what are you going to be weak to?
Benito! Watch your learn, kid.
Don't know why I went in Frost this time, but it doesn't matter if it's imperiled and therefore everything becomes a weakness. Then it doesn't. Oh, only water is a weakness. So we should get stagger. Sorry, we should get the kill here. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. Okay, so that's sort of like a little tester. A little a little taster of what's to come with regards to these battles. We are going to do another one. We actually want to start in this just for haste, and then we'll have to not Flanball, Flanitor. Lovely, okay.
You got this, Benito.
Pacifying shot? No, okay, good. Oh, we get stagger, but we didn't quite save Vanille from all the hits, but it's a good thing we did go to a healing paradigm, given that it did just then go for a second one. Okay, so essentially this little area, like I said, it's quite similar to the previous one. Obviously, you've got this little ring around the outside with all the battles. Essentially, obviously, so you can choose which battles you do. You don't necessarily have to do them all. Now, in particular, the reason that these battles are interesting is because at the end of this little section, we have to face off against, I believe it's a Thermodon and a Vespid Soldier together. And obviously that's not a particularly nice battle, given that you've got one enemy which can use Photon Burst, which reduces you to half health, and you've got the other enemy which can use Aeroga, which can completely destroy you. So, is this just a Flanitor? Looks like it. Ah, just a couple of Flanitor, okay. Now this isn't really a battle at all to be worried about. blitz is just going to rip through the first one, and now... Lovely!
Just see your daddy now.
How his pistols turn into a gun, I have no idea, but it's beautiful. So, now, the difficult battle. Okay, so, we've done everything around the outside, I believe. Now we've got the difficult one in the middle. So, there is an item to be picked up in the middle, and that is a Phoenix Down, I believe. That's located just to the left of us. Obviously, we don't actually need to battle these guys to actually get it. So this is a completely optional and very difficult battle. These guys will rip us to shreds. So there's a reason I'm going to actually have a look at Vespids here, because what are you weak to? You're weak to electric and fire. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to summon in this battle, because we're going to need to. So, we need to go... Yeah, we need to lead Tide Turner, and just pray that Vanille... Okay, no. We're not going to do that. Do we want to use a Deceptor Soul? How many Deceptor... We've got 10. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. If we're going to do that, though, do we want to... Do I have Quake on Saz? Do I have Quake on Saz? I do have Quake. Okay, so what we'll most likely do here is we will Quake, we'll use the Deceptor Soul, we'll Quake to get everything staggered, and then we'll summon. Okay. Because otherwise this battle is going to be an absolute mess. Techniques. Quake.
We ain't going down. I summon Moonhilda. There you are. About time you showed up.
So, fire and... Okay, sorry. So, what I can do now is I can put in fire on Brunhilde as well. And the reason we want to do this is just because, as you can see, these fire-based attacks are completely ripping through these Vespid soldiers. And if we didn't summon, they would be a hell of a lot more difficult to deal with. Okay. We're running out of time, actually. So we're just going to...
Put me behind the wheel. That's right. Let's do it. Idolins, start your engines.
Thankfully, Vanille actually did get in peril on this guy, so he is actually currently weak to fire, which is really, really good. So now we definitely want to go triangle, because we need to get this at the end of the saga to maximise the damage. There we go, beautifully done. That is an example of when Eidolons are absolutely beautiful to use, and indeed. Essentially, you know, that battle would be near enough impossible without Eidolons, just because you can't kill the Vespid soldiers fast enough to actually stop them using Aroga, and then once they use Aroga, you're completely destroyed. And you would have to heal from the Photon Burst from the Thermodon anyway. So, no, that's really, really handy. Really fun battle, actually. I really enjoyed doing that. Unfortunately, we don't actually have the TP in if we wanted to summon in the next battle, but that's okay. So let's grab Thera, and now, so the next battle is against a... so this is the final battle, and I believe it's against a Vespid soldier and a Thermodon, so we want to actually lead under mine here, because we want to take out the Vespid soldier as fast as possible. Now, obviously, it looks like it's going to be a hellish battle. It's not. It's just the one, thankfully. If it had been 4 and 3, I think we would have lost. Not gonna lie. Okay, so let's see. We need to get this guy down. Oh man, she didn't actually target this guy at all. That's annoying. Are we gonna get stagger? So, see, it's flashing. We're now very much at risk of Eroga. And we got Cyclone. Oh god, I'm dead. I'm so dead. I need you to heal me now. That was perfect time to go over. We did see Cyclone, so I'm assuming... Yeah, there's the Eroga. So that's going to do 300 odd damage. Okay, so imagine 3 of those going off at the same time. That's the state that you'd be in against the 3 of those plus the plus this Thermodon. Okay, so Undermine. The Thermodon by himself isn't too bad, although 800 health is slightly worrying. So hopefully we'll get stagger, and then we'll be able to just quickly go into is it even odds? Sin Tide Turner, that's the one. Take this guy out. We didn't get a Scourge in, unfortunately, but there we go. Shouldn't be too bad. Once we go back into... Ah, there you go. So we can restore his character. Why on earth wasn't he doing it earlier? Because I don't think he could do his ultimate, you know, the photon burst attack without his carapace. So don't know why he wasn't restoring it earlier. Or in the previous episode. I don't know when that was. I think it was earlier. Anyway. We'll be able to zip through this, get another stagger off, take him down. So obviously we are in watered up, so all of our ruin spells have water as well. There we go! Lovely, lovely, lovely. Slightly slow, but it doesn't matter.
The wind, it's dying down.
Yeah, it's stopping. And we're decelerating. They up to something?
I don't suppose it could just be, I don't know, good luck?
That looks a lot more like bad luck.
You got a point.
Not to me. That we can do something about.
So that's going to be it for this episode of my Let's Challenge. We thankfully got through some very difficult battles here in Chapter 9, although the difficult battles do continue with this next little section. Essentially, hopefully in the next episode we'll be able to do this section and then the bosses. There are some bosses at the end. And then after that we've got another quite long section with lots of battles followed by the main boss of Chapter 9, and that's going to be a difficult battle to say the least. But there we go. You know, another successful episode, no deaths, all that good stuff. I'm enjoying playing around with this. It is a really fun game to play through. It is much harder on slow. That is something I'm definitely realising. I wasn't expecting to be having this much trouble with some of these battles, but there we go. You know, having to be quite a bit more defensive in my paradigm selection. So hopefully that won't affect me in Chapter 10, where I like to be very aggressive, and hopefully we won't be knocked back a couple of times there. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you will join me on the next, where we will be continuing on with Chapter 9. I think we got 2 to 3 more episodes of Chapter 9, and then Chapter 10 awaits us. So I will see you on the next episode.